Okay, what is up, everybody? Hey, my name is Craig. If you are new to this channel, we're a couple of guys who, granted, are Lions fans, but we love the NFL. This whole thing started with the Detroit Lions. We started with Sports Talk Detroit, and then we started this channel about a year ago, Sports Talk Extra, because we just love the NFL and talking about a lot of teams and talking about those stories that the national media might not cover as much. And if you're a Bengals fan or just an NFL fan, maybe even a Michigan fan, I got one for you on this one, and it is a player that has been tabbed as the biggest surprise for the Bengals this spring, and somebody that I think if he can turn out to be a true good cover corner, if he can be a good player at that position, this really helps complete a spot in this defense that was drastically struggling. And that player is none other than Dax Hill. And I know what you're thinking, Bengals fans. You haven't seen this guy play. The safety experiment last year did not work. I get it. It didn't. And I'm here to tell you what happened at Michigan in college and how similar it was. And so just hang on, watch this video with me for a little bit, and I'm going to tell you exactly what was going on. So Dax Hill was tabbed as the biggest surprise this fall. All right, ton of scrutiny this offseason. We are not acting like he hasn't been. All right, he started to rebound under the spotlight this spring, though, by showing well at cornerback after a position change. Remember, he played mostly corner his rookie year. And for a rookie corner, even though he did not play much because there was talent in front of him, all right, and this was a Super Bowl contending team, so you're not going to keep throwing a rookie out there. When he did get the opportunity to play, he played at a decent amount, all right? So much so that in ESPN's Ben Baby, what a name, all right, made a former first rounder the pick when discussing surprise standouts. Here's what he had to say. He said Hill entered the offseason in a precarious spot. The 2022 first-round pick was the starting free safety last season in an experiment that didn't pan out. Hill was moved to outside cornerback, where he appears to be taking charge in a position battle with DJ Turner, also from Michigan. His second-round pick from 2023 who started 12 games. And by the way, he struggled too. And I'm going to tell you some more stuff about DJ Turner in this video as well. All right? He said that was in 12 games in 2023. Hill has taken the move in stride and was disruptive in 7-on-7 drills during the team's mandatory minicamp. He's shaping up to remain a useful player for the Bengals as they enter training camp. Now, whether we like it or not, if you're a first-round pick, you are going to get more shots. You are straight up going to get more shots. So Dax Hill is going to get another shot. He is. All right? This shouldn't be a surprise to you. When Dax Hill came to the University of Michigan, he came in as a supreme athlete. He came in as a guy who was going to be he was a five-star athlete. He was going to play safety. And one of the guys that, okay, Harbaugh got a 5-star. Like, it wasn't something that he commonly did. And then, honestly, he wasn't great. He wasn't great at safety. And then, finally, Don Brown, the defensive coordinator at the time, started playing him at corner. Whether it was in the slot, whether it was outside, more in the slot, I will admit, but whether he was in the slot or whether he was in the outside, and he started matching up against the team's best player, and all of a sudden Dax Hill I never would say he lived up to that 5-star, he's the best, because when you're a 5-star, you should be the best at your position, right? Like in the country. And he never lived up to, I'm the best in my position in the country, but all of a sudden he became a really good football player on a phenomenal defense, all right, for Michigan. Now, the athletic traits are fully there. All right, when you look at this guy, when he tests as a safety, he has elite speed and elite agility. He still has great to elite speed and agility if he's testing as a corner. The difference between him testing as a safety and a corner is that his composite size grade isn't as poor, and his explosion grade is still right there at okay. This is a guy who is not built to be a safety. All right? Safeties are good size, good explosion, usually good agility, and they sometimes struggle with the speed. Corners are guys who have elite speed and agility. That's where you find good corners. And that's what you get out of a guy like Dax Hill. So when I look at him, I think to myself, like, yeah, this makes sense to me. All right, this makes sense to me. But I found kind of another, how do I want to say? I found kind of another cool comparison, all right, when looking at DJ Turner and Dax Hill. So that one that we saw before was at safety. When Dax Hill would test at corner, if you put him in the corners, all of a sudden he's another elite one there. So all of a sudden you have these two guys, they can both do it. They can both do it. They are extremely, extremely fast. All right? DJ Turner was the fastest player at Michigan. Dax Hill, like to say he was before he was done. They're extremely fast. They have good ability with good agility. DJ Turner didn't really test in that. So when you're looking at the future on the outside, and I know that Mike Hilton right now has been a good nickel corner. He's been a consistent nickel corner throughout his career, but he's 30 years old. How long is that going to go? At some point, he's going to fall off the cliff. If you have a DJ Turner, a Dax Hill, and then when you have a Cam Taylor-Britt on the other side, now all of a sudden you have three young corners who get to battle it out, a first and 2 second-round picks that get to make a difference. And this defense needs them to make a difference. All right? The backside is fine. You have Geno Stone. You know what he's about. He's been a solid safety throughout his 4 years in the league. Von Bell has been a solid safety in his probably, 7 years, 8 years in the league? Like, these are guys who are solid on the back end. You just need decent cornerback play because this is a defense where there's nobody other than maybe Hendrickson that you could consider elite. It's all pretty good players. So if DJ Turner, who had kind of a rough rookie season, or Dax Hill can break out and become that corner that you need, then all of a sudden you have a really good corner room. And this defense doesn't have to be elite as long as you have a healthy Joe Burrow. It doesn't have to be elite. It just has to be good. I think oftentimes with the Bengals, we have seen a really good defense from them, or at least a pretty good defense from them, and the offense has not had to go nuts. Well, this year, you might see just a crazy year from Joe Burrow and this offense. If he has a healthy Higgins, if he has, especially in a contract year, right? He has a healthy Jamar Chase, Mike Gesicki, who knows what he can do with Joe Burrow throwing him the ball. I'm kind of excited to see what Burrow does in this offense. I really am, when the defense has a little more porous. Let's say it that way. But I think Dax Hill could become the next starting corner, and I think he could surprise a lot of people with how good he is because he has the skills, and he's always been a more natural corner than safety, even though everybody wants to play him at safety just because having that kind of an athlete back there is really enticing. It's just not what he does well. It's not what he does well. So hopefully you like the switch over to safety. All right, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're still watching. Like if I kept your attention for 9 minutes, hit that subscribe button for more videos both on the Bengals and other teams from around the NFL. Thanks for watching. See ya.